After the team reunited with Chrissy, Justin and Fidelia were called to the side by Plot Girl to be introduced to the staff.
I do apologize for yanking you two away from your group, but this is something completely unheard of. I'm just overjoyed to know that it's you of all people who was gifted with this ancient relic.
Wow, that's crazy. I can't even remember the last person who was actually glad to see me with this book. Truly amazing.
Which reminds me, why were so many people stigmatized for getting this book when there's only one of its kind in existence?
If I had to make some kind of educated guess, I believe they themselves knew this book was legendary, but had no way to translate it. That's probably why they wrote it off as a dud and gave it to those they believed were incompetent.
That's the most asinine system I've ever heard put in place. To simply write off and pass around a powerful item like this is maddening. If those ingrates only knew. Well, in any case, I'm just glad this book ended up in good hands after all this time. I'll go fetch the stuff and return in a moment.
I must say, Justin, I'm rather curious. Do you really think these people can translate this book for us?
I don't see why not. Unlike Montero Valley, these people here actually look like they want to help us out. I gotta be honest with you, Fidelia, this will probably be the best chance we'll ever have to get stronger at this point. Don't get me wrong, the basic level of magic I received after our synchronization was superb. No complaints here whatsoever. But if we're going to continue this mission and fight against powerful monsters like the Hero Slayers, the basics aren't gonna cut it. What happened to Klein that night should have been a living testament to that. So that's why, if there's even a glimmer of a chance to get stronger for the good of our team, I'll take the first chance I get. I assume you feel similar, correct?
Of course. Why else would I be sitting here in this room with you? I just wanted to confirm whether or not you were sure about your decision. Which I assume you are.
You already know the answer, sweetheart. Now, let's take our magic to the next level.
Some time had passed until only a single person came to return the mysterious book to Justin. However, this time, it wasn't Plot Girl.
Yes, I take it you're the owner of this legendary item, correct? The name's Joaquin.
Nice to meet you, Joaquin. My name's Justin. I take it you're here to help us with translating this book, correct?
That I am. However, before that, if your book is what I think it is, then there's no need for a translation.
Wait, what do you mean there's no need for a translation? The characters in this book are completely otherworldly. No human language resembles this at all.
Exactly. The gibberish text inside this book was to keep thieves from accessing the book's true power. However, after a blood pact is formed, the book's owner must say the book's true name and command it to unlock.
That was actually clever. But how can I say the book's true name when the book goes completely untitled?
My thoughts exactly. Try saying this phrase, Untitled Ambition Unlock.
Oh, okay. Untitled Ambition Unlock.
I can't believe it. It actually worked.
It was unbelievable. A ray of light, just like the day I first met Fidelia, emitted from the Untitled Ambition. It was unreal. Then, before my very eyes, strange random characters from before were lifted from the book's pages and was being replaced by simple, plain Jane English. I thought I'd never see a day like this come to pass. I really didn't know what to say when it came to that. Words were being replaced that I could read, that anyone could read. And it was it's almost like something out of a magical fairy tale. I couldn't contain myself. After everything my team and I experienced because of this, it was like a dream finally made reality. Fidelia was cheering right along, and it felt like a hero's welcome finally making it. However, Joaquin informed me that this was only just the beginning, and that the harsh training process would begin tomorrow morning. I was skeptical at first, but who else was going to assist us in this situation? So we inevitably nodded along. I know we spent eons getting things situated, but where's Ike and Fidelia at this time? Oh boy. They went sightseeing, didn't they? In a place like this, unbelievable. Well, hopefully they didn't wind up getting themselves in too much trouble. At least hopefully.
During their tour of Esteban, both Ike and Violet caught unwanted attention by one of the Knights of Esteban, as they browsed the area.
I knew I spotted some unfamiliar faces here. You're illegal immigrants, aren't you?
What? No, we're here on official JSA business.
Oh, really? Show me your official proof, if that's the case.
Alright, just give me a moment.
Well, that's pretty authentic to be a fake. However, this area is off limits to the public. Only duelists and those working with this year's tournament are allowed back here. State your purpose or I'll have you marked for trespassing.
Well, you see.
We're trying to enter this year's fighting tournament. We were looking for the sign-up booth, but I guess we got lost. My apologies.
Really? The two of you are going to enter this year's fighting tournament. You two don't exactly look much like fighters.
Hey, what can I say? Looks can be deceiving. You'll be surprised at what we're capable of once you see us at the tournament.
I truly don't see it. But, fine. I was thinking of skipping this year's tournament. But, I'll buy a ticket just to see you both in action. Be sure to put on a nice show for everyone. I'll be waiting.
At that moment, the lost princess and the former slave were forced to sign up for the fighting tournament to avoid suspicion.
Well, perhaps I was mistaken about you two. I'll be looking forward to seeing what your team is capable of.
Likewise. I'm looking forward myself, Mr.
Captain is up. Commander and Chief of the Knights of Esteban. Pleasure to meet you all. Here's your badge back.
Afterwards, Nizar leaves the scene, leaving behind a very confused Ike to question Violet.
That was a very close call back there. We nearly dodged an arrow on that one.
I beg to differ, Violet. I appreciate you coming to the rescue, but why the tournament of all things? We've never did anything like this before.
I know, but it was the quickest thing I could think of when he questioned us. I was a real idiot for getting us in this mess. I'm so sorry, Ike.
Hey, it's no big deal. I just want to see what the others are going to say about this. Hopefully, they'll be okay with it.
Right, let's just hope for the best.
Well, I stand corrected. Once everything was all said and done, Chrissy welcomed us to stay at her place during our time in Esteban. That's when we told them about our new magical training. Violet, however, waited until everything was done to finally come clean with us about her new ordeal with the whole fighting tournament between Ike and whatever. At least she's coming clean now with honesty. Good for her. What's up, Violet? You're usually fast asleep during this time of night. Tell me, what's the occasion?
Well, Justin, something extra happened during our stroll around Esteban, and I wanted to come clean with you first and foremost about it.
Did something bad happen? What's wrong?
Well, it's not wrong per se.
It's just that I convinced one of Esteban's knights that Ike and I were participating in this year's fighting tournament.
Fighting tournament, huh? That's surprisingly convenient.
Wait. How is this convenient?
Well, believe it or not, Fidelia and I were wondering what the two of you are going to be doing while our side is being taught advanced magic. I must say, Violet, there's never been a better time for us to get stronger than now. Despite my demeanor, I'm just as nervous and skeptical about this whole thing as you are. This book wasn't my first choice. It was just a leftover item that no one else wanted. It was either use this item or leave with nothing. I chose the former and to play the hand of cards I was dealt. It's about time you do the same.
But, isn't there any other way to avoid doing this?
Sorry, I have no jurisdiction here whatsoever. We're playing by Esteban's rules now. Also, I know conflict isn't really our thing, but if you're still trying to take back Eden, running away from the bad guys isn't the solution.
But, I don't know the first thing about fighting.
Well, I truly don't know the first thing about magic. Guess both sides are stuck in a rut. Just relax, Violet. I'm pretty sure there's someone here willing and able to train you and Ike. Besides, between now and a month later, you'd be surprised how things could drastically change. No need to prematurely stress yourself out over this. You both will do great, I'm sure you will.
I guess. If you say so.
Awesome. Now where's my goodnight hug?